So, good afternoon and welcome back to Daily Transfer Update. It is Boxing Day, which means it is football day, and we have got a game at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Don't forget, tune in to the watch along that I will be doing on the channel with Granit Xhaka. His link is in the description of this video. He is my partner in streams, and we're going to dissect and watch what we see unfold in front of us down at the Vitality Stadium in Bournemouth. Now, it's not going to be an easy game. Bournemouth are 3 places below Arsenal in the table right now, so it's kind of a mid-table clash. We're 11th, they're 14th. They're with a whole host of injuries. Nathan Ake's out, Fraser's out. They've got Adam Cook out. They've got Adam Smith out. They've got a lot of players that would start games for them out this week. But less of them, it's all about us, and we have to go there. We're useless away from home. We have to go there and get 3 points today. I don't care how we do it. It's Mikel Arteta's first game, and we have to go and get 3 points. Somehow just put a performance in that allows us to dictate possession, the play, score the most goals, defend properly. And if you believe into the hype and all the press releases from Arsenal this week, it looks like they're bang up for it. It looks like Mikel Arteta's got them rocking and rolling, and they're ready for action. He stopped training the other day when Granit Xhaka passed the ball and didn't move forward, and said, "Why are you still standing there? Why aren't you moving?" And Granit Xhaka's face just told it all. He was so confused as to by what Arteta was saying. Pass and move. It's a simple football game. It's really not difficult. Lacazette was told, "No, you can't do back heels in training. You wouldn't do them in a game, so why are you doing them in training?" And I kind of like the fact that Arteta's come in with that ruthless streak. Mesut Ozil today has put on his Instagram big game at the Vitality, which would suggest that he's in the squad. Something that he's not been in the squad for away games for a long, long time. But like I said, come check me out. I will be doing the watch along. All the social medias are in the description as well, so fully go and check my socials out. And yeah, let's get into the daily transfer update. I'm actually going to speak about Granit Xhaka. Now, Mikel Arteta has come out and said that him and Pep Guardiola basically tried to sign him. He was on the short list of players that they wanted to sign at Man City. Now, whether that's true or not, I don't know. He then went on to say that I knew he'd become a great player and I was pleased that he went to Arsenal, etc, etc, etc. Now, Mikel Arteta must be smoking some high grade, because there's no way that he has seen anything from Granit Xhaka to suggest he is a great player. A great player. He's not even a good player. And it's going to be very interesting to see if Arteta picks him today, because if he does, that is then 4 managers in a row that have picked Granit Xhaka. What are they all seeing that we're not? Because when we watch Granit Xhaka play, the geezer is an absolute liability. I have seen milk turn quicker than him. You know, it's just, I don't get what the hype is around Granit Xhaka. There's a reason that he wants to leave, and that's because the fans are on his case. He doesn't feel welcome at the club. Whether that's rightly or wrongly, I don't know. Some of the stuff I've seen on his social media is a disgrace from our so-called fans. They're not fans, they're scum. Abusing his wife and his kid and stuff like that. That's just disgusting, man. These people have got so much anger and hate inside them. They need to evaluate their lives. But for me, I don't think he's a very good footballer, and I think that we can do better. Now, the fact that Arteta's come out and said that he's an integral part of the team, he rates him as a player and this and that, is that just to drive up the price? Is that to drive up the available suitors for Granit Xhaka's services in January? Obviously, it's only about 5 days or so until the January transfer window opens, and we're linked with a whole host of people. So hopefully he can be one of them that does leave the club this January even, and hopefully we can go and get somebody in that position if needed. Because I don't think we actually need a Granit Xhaka in there. We've got Guendouzi. We can play Joe Willock there. I don't think that we necessarily have to go out and strengthen that position this January. Maybe in the summer, yes, because I don't think Guendouzi is the answer. I think he's a very good player. He can do a lot better than Granit Xhaka, in my opinion, because he can dribble past a man. He can, he can dribble past a man, and he can score goals as well, which Granit Xhaka doesn't really score. So I know Guendouzi's only scored a couple, but he tends to be in the box more often than Granit Xhaka. He tends to be a little bit further forward than Granit Xhaka. But I think if you put Guendouzi in Xhaka's position, you would see a better upturn in results. But that's just my thoughts on it. Let's move on to Aubameyang and Lacazette. This story just keeps going on and on and on. And Mikel Arteta is apparently going to have sit down with them, go through their thought process, try and offer them a new deal. There's been a deal on the table for the pair of them for a long, long time, apparently, since the end of the summer transfer window. Maybe early August, I think it was, that the deal was put on the table. They're both stalling on it. And listen, why wouldn't they? We're an absolute shambles as a football club. We're a shambles on the pitch. Albeit, them two haven't really helped in the last 2 months. Aubameyang's goals have dried up, which means he ends up doing nothing. And Lacazette just looks like he's moody, man. It looks like he can't be asked to be here. It looks like he fully wants out. And like I said, they're going to be sitting down with Mikel Arteta and they're going to be going through whether they can do a deal. And if they can't do a deal, Raul and Haley said it before. I've said that on here before. Raul and Haley said, if you're in the last 2 years of your contract and you do not sign the offer on the table, we will sell you. Now, let's see if fraud Raul can back his talk. Because 1 minute he's Don Raul, the next minute he's lying through his teeth and he's fraud Raul. And I don't trust that geezer at the minute. When he done the spin over of some playing staff in the summer, what a fantastic window. I thought it was superb what he did. But, since then, he's just been lying through his teeth. And I don't really care for Aubameyang or Lacazette leave, if I'm honest. I genuinely don't. Obviously they've both been linked with moves away. Jovic is a potential player we could replace. Yesterday I spoke about it wasn't Ousmane Dembele, it was Moussa Dembele, as you all reminded me. There's too many Dembeles, I keep getting confused. But yeah, there's definitely options out there to replace these two. The same with Granit Xhaka. We're linked with Adrien Rabiot. Now, I don't know why he went to Juventus. Well, actually, I do know why he went to Juventus. It's all about the money and the signing on fee, and they offered the most. He should have come to Arsenal anyway, but I don't want him. I think he's a bad egg. I think he's the type of person that just disrupt the dressing room. Then we've got Koulibaly linked yesterday. Koulibaly, everyone of you that was in my comments going, 55 million, 55 million. Yeah, guess what? I'm only going off of what I read. I didn't make that up. I read it everywhere, so I went with it. And the reason he's only 55 million is because they're in financial difficulty at the minute. They're slumping down the table as well. A lot of their players want out. We can get him cheap. Go and get him. Then you've got Upamecano. He's going to cost about 70 million quid. Then you've got Wilfried Zaha still linked with Arsenal. Ryan Fraser, that's another option. Timo Werner is another option. There is a lot of options for Arsenal to go out there this transfer window and say, do you know what? Let's get rid of him, and we're going to get him, and him. And all of a sudden, you have gone from being down here to being right back up there again because you have instantly made your squad better. Then, if everyone tells me how great Mikel Arteta is and he actually backs that, then yeah, we're going to fly at the table. But until that happens, I'm not too sure about Arteta. I'm not too sure about the January transfer window. I'm not too sure about fraud Raul. I'm definitely not sure about Vinay Gazidis. Jesus Christ, that geezer is a clown. So yeah, it's a very interesting month ahead. And it's going to be very, very interesting to see how many of these bang average players that have been here under 4 managers now, coaches, whatever you want to call them, how many of them actually get binned in January? Because if the likes of Xhaka, Mustafi, Kolasinac, even Bellerin I'd throw into that, if all 4 of them are still here come the end of January, then good luck Mikel Arteta, because you are fully going to need it, mate, because these players ain't good enough. But there we go. Anyway, leave your thoughts and comments down below. I will be doing a watch along. That'll be starting about 10 minutes before kickoff. Kickoff is at 3, so that'll be 10 to 3. I will be doing a starting 11 reaction at 2 o'clock. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled for that. Go and follow Guna Eagle Eye. Subscribe to him. His link is in the description. And we're going to sit there and probably watch Bournemouth turn into a prime Barcelona and Callum Wilson turn into a prime Ronaldo or something. I don't know, but it is what it is. I'm going to finish my cup of tea and I'm going to wish you well. So I'll see you all later, peeps.